Jeep life. My neighbor who lives across the street, every time he sees me outside working on the Jeep, he always yells, Jeep life, Jeep life. Well, today I had my first breakdown, technically. Going through some trails, of course in the very back of Tiger Bay, as far back as you could possibly get. A stick jumps up and hits the hose that runs between my clutch slave cylinder and the clutch master cylinder, breaking the line. No clutch, way out in the woods. Not a problem. Put it into first gear, let the engine start it. We limped over to my sister's house after 4 hours of splicing and trying to make it fit. We had to drive home to Kissimmee, Florida with no clutch. Jeep adventure every day. Alright, let's show you. This part right down in here, that's where your master cylinder for the clutch is. It's a small reservoir. So we're going to take that part off. I've already got a replacement for it. This is my main tool. It's a 1/2-inch ratcheting wrench. Came with some instructions. Important pre-filled, pre-bled clutch hydraulic system information. Alright, that's the part. Comes as one unit. The hose is attached to both ends. I have been told not to take that end cap off, but to push the clutch in so that way nothing is actually disconnected. That's what we have. This was my field repair. I attempted to put a hose in there to attach to the back. That's the actual cylinder right there. It's all fitted and all together. Needless to say, that worked for like 2 clutch pushes. Let's start with taking this off. All right, pretty simple. 2 bolts. They should come off fairly easy. Sometimes the whole stud comes out, like in this case. If you can see, the whole stud's coming out. So I'm gonna set that down. And let's go for the top half. That's the top one. And top one is out. And then this drips brake fluid down on me, hydraulic fluid. And that's the part that broke. Actually, the hose end came off right here. A branch came out while I was on the trail and hit the plastic hose. It's a hard hose so that it doesn't expand when you push the pedal. Okay, the bottom's out. Now let's go for the top. I'm gonna get the wiring harness out of the way. Come over here to this bolt. You can see down in there. And I'm gonna give it a turn. Try to get that to come loose. So let's go for the bottom one. So there's one bolt again. 1/2 inch right there, 1/2 inch ratchet. It's the way to go. Now let's go for the top, and then get it hand tight and drop the bolt. Who knows where? This is when I want to have a magnet on the end of a stick. Go to Harbor Freight, buy one of those little stick magnet things.
Listen to your wife when your wife tells you to get
one.
My
wife told me to get one of those, saying, no, I ain't buying any of those. And lo and behold, the nut just fell down up in there. That's a pin. It's on top of the clutch pedal. You just pull it out. Doesn't need to be bent or anything. Just grab it with some needle nose pliers and pull it out. Alright, once it's pulled out, all you gotta do, slide that off like that. Now it's slid off, and we can get that master cylinder out of there. We'll be able to work this thing right off and out. And out it comes. Remember me talking about my neighbor?
Jeep life?
Say it. That's Javier, my neighbor. Cherokee owner. Okay, old part is out. Yep. Taking the new part. Pretty much gravity's gonna be my friend. Yeah, gravity's my friend, but the rest of the stuff under there is not. Alright, it's down about where it wants it to be. That's how my pedal's gonna go. I'm going to tuck this into the firewall. I want to make sure that the line is going the way it's supposed to, pretty much against the firewall. Stick it through the firewall. Work its way back in through the studs. Once it's on, thread them back. Put the nuts back on. Make sure that they're threading correctly, of course. Snugging them up by hand. The lower one feels like it's a lock nut. The upper one is whatever it was. Reverse your wrench. Double check the top. Alright, that's the top bolted in. Gonna put the pin on in here. Alright, just slides right on. Then I'm gonna put the hairpin back in. So once it's on, I'm going to thread that back through there. That's it. That's the top half. Now let's attach it underneath. Get your 1/2 inch. Again, when you're putting this on, don't take this off. Don't detach those. That's holding everything so there's no air getting sucked in. Just stick it in there. Make sure that it's where it's supposed to be. So it's up in there, make sure it's up in there right. And I'm gonna bolt that thing back up in there, just the way it is. Always thread things in by hand first. That way you have everything on there before you tighten everything up. I'm pushing it in against the transmission so I can get everything snugged up. And I'm just going to torque it down. Again, so far the only tools I used was a 1/2 inch ratcheting wrench, which you should always carry inside your toolbox, and a pair of needle nose pliers. Alright, well that's it.
Now it is.
Hey, look at that. I can put it in gear. Just like that. A part that would have left me stranded out in the woods is now working. Not too dirty, not too shabby. My Jeep is working again. Woohoo! Alright, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to 1995wrangler.com. I don't know if it's off or not. No, it's not. Oh, there's my camera woman. Woohoo! Alright, tools needed. A flashlight, a pair of needle nose pliers, and a 1/2 inch ratcheting wrench. Now maybe we could put a skid plate to keep a log from coming up there again.